We had decided to do something a bit different for Night of Glory 2023, and I'll run down the card storylines as they're happening, rather than a recap. So, the card, we have the International title, no one gets in the Battle Royal, Team Suzuki versus Ultra, Kamamura versus Heikichi for historical Japan title, Skirmish versus Kurugan for the inaugural six-man titles, Suki versus Steve Freely in a special singles match, Satao versus Takano for the international title, Makaguchi and Sato versus Moriyama and Yugaki for the Glory Tag Crown, and Kitwaji vs. Kozio for the Glory Crown. To begin with, Tetsuya won the Battle Royal. The last members were Taku, Dean Rudolph, and Takanori Doi, which is odd, considering he was off his game. And Taku did really well being the final elimination, and he got the most eliminations. Shout out Taku. A lot of new-ish signings were in this match, like Bakken, Sakamoto, and Naoji Izumi were pressure drop as they're known. They came in, they're really good. Koro Hatamoto, James Sayers, and Mac Blackburn all returned from excursions over the last year. Jotaro Tanaka and Kazunori Yamura were brought in as part of Kurugan. Mabuchi Furusawa joined Golden Lions. Risa Okamoto came in as like a teammate to Taku. And Will Lamont came in. Greg Gage also came in. I don't know if he was here this time last year. Next we have Team Suzuki, which is Hidemaru Suzuki, Akanori Kokami, Kobayashi, and Kamachi. This is Ultra, which is Yana Kikuchi, um, Yana Kikuchi, why is my mind blanking? Shogun Watoga, Yuri Ishihara. Basically, Team Ultra, Kitawaji kicked out Kozio Koshimi and Hidemaru Suzuki of Dishonor at Night of Legacy 2022 after losing a match. Dishonor then became Ultra, just Kitawaji's group. Less heels, more just we are the best and we're going to prove it. And obviously, Kawashima and Suzuki wanted revenge. Batoga debuted in the 2023 Elite Series after he signed up for Burning Hammer and impressed Kitawaji to join the group. Yuri joined because he was Kitawaji's protege. And yeah, the Team Suzuki is just guys like Dishonor / Ultra. Kobayashi and Kamachi are in this because Blue Justice died when mostly Satao Takichi jumped ship. Then later in the year, Joshua Taylor jumped ship to become like part of Renegade and help Steve Freely beat Yugaki. So that's the setup for that match. And Yoshikawa got a pretty bad back injury. This got a 78, but in the Battle Royal. When Team Suzuki beat Ultra, when Hironobu beat Yuri Yoshikawa with a Kobayashi plunge. Kamachi 68, Kobayashi 78, 59 and 57 from Suzuki, and 51 for Yuri, 75 for Shogun, 86 for Brute, really good, and then 80 for Bison. So the Ultra team was better. I didn't even predict them put it win for this. The Ultra team probably should have won to get also would have got Watoga and Yoshihara big wins. But, feel good moment of Suzuki and friends winning. We'll take a 78. The next match, I believe, is Masatoshi Kamamura versus Nobuyu Hakichi for the Historical Japan title. The only thing you would have saw of Kamamura is when he came in and retired Kinomasu. After that, his first year was disgusting. Like, he had his Jimbo Strength match at Night of Strength 2022, which was really good. Won the title from Taku at Night of Warriors 2022 to get his first title in the company, who would then end up joining the Dawn Guard group as one of the founding 6 members at Night of Honor 2022. More on that later. Meanwhile, Hakichi's been on a crazy run. He had an Elite Series debut and had some good matches. And everyone, this is like out of kayfabe, everyone wants to put him over. Like Kozio, Jimbo, I think Kobe, and Matsuki have all offered to put him over. So everyone loves Hakichi, and he's only like 23 or 24, I think. But yeah, he had a debut with Kozio after Nobuyuki beat him in the Elite Series, and because of the whole Dishonor being broken down to Elite Ultra. So yeah, I think they're both the same age, 23-ish, I think. Two very young faces of the company, like on the way up, fighting out for the Circle Japan title. In a 77, that's really good. And they had great chem. I didn't know that's the only time they've done this match. 77 is really good for this Historical Japan title match. Kichi wins the total in 15 minutes with a cross arm lock. 74 for Kawamura, 70 for Kichi. Kawamura outdid him, which I didn't think, because Kawamura's been being outdone in like a lot of his matches, like in his title reign. But yeah, that makes you can't click on the profiles. It makes Kichi a two-time Historical Japan title, two-time Historical Japan winner, and Kawamura's run ends, but like, he'll definitely get more. Like, as you can see, that's a really good match. Like we're gonna have better as the night goes on. For like the standards I have, like both these young guys is really good. Next up, we have the finals of a tournament to crown the first six-man champions between the skirmish team of Seiji Jimbo, Yoshi Shimikage, and Kiryu Katao versus Magnum Kobe, Tetsunori Yasuda, and Hirobumi Takamoto. Kurugun had a weird year. Night of Honor 2022, as we discussed a little bit earlier. Dawn Guard was formed when Takano and Black Iron Corps abandoned the group as they felt they were stuck behind Magnum Kobe, and then those groups feuded for a while, Dawn Guard versus Kurugun. Yeah, that's when they added Chotaro Tanaka and Kazunori Yamura. And so Skirmish is something else. Jimbo formed the group when he returned at Night of Respect 2023. You know, between 2021 and 2022, in that space of a bit over the year, he beat everyone. And he finally got his matches against Kataji for the Glory Crown. Out of Warriors 2022 scored 60-minute time limit draw, a 99, best match in the company ever. And then at Night of Honor, the match was like an 80 something because Jimbo got injured. And like the story is, oh, Kataji only beat me because I was injured. And then because of that, he ended up doing it the right way. You know, Ultra became this, instead of like this Dishonor, Healy, we hate the company, like we're the best, we're going to prove it. They're kind of like more of the old Dishonor, where it's like, I fuck you guys up. Like we've had enough of waiting for our chance. Bit of like what Kurugan started out as. So yeah, that's how we got Skirmish. And since joining Skirmish, he's been like, I think it was when Chono went from like pre NWO slash Team 2000 Chono as his post. This is his post like 2000 arc. So he's basically just like 2002 onwards, Masahiro Chono. And this new change has helped him a lot as he made the final of the Elite Series this year. He had like 17 points or something in his block, 16 or 17 points in his block, which is crazy. And he did lose in the final, but he did make it, leading to this match. It's an 86, which is really good for a trios match. Kurugun beat Skirmish when Kobe submitted Katao with a Magnum Deathlock. Inaugural six-man championships, as you can see, six-man 2023 tournament. A 98 for Kobe and a 94 for Jimbo. Kobe hasn't really done much the last few years since his Glory Crown reign, so I'm glad we gave him this. Yeah, the right team definitely won. Like, Shimikage's a bit better than Hirobumi, but like, Kobe even outperformed Jimbo with hot moves. And like, Katao's just way below most. Well, he's like three below like Hirobumi, but like, the right team definitely won, which is a really good match. And a great way to like, start a title. Next, we have the Suki versus Steve Freely special singles match. Renegade had this year was starting off really strong. You know, when they had that feud with Blue Justice and they beat Ugaki and dismantled Blue Justice because Joshua Taylor. Then their Elite Tag and Elite Series performances were pretty bad. Like Steve Freely didn't do great in his block, and the tag teams didn't do much. Also, Yuri Ilikov and Simone Elition left the group. They weren't like kicked out, so to say, they just quietly left. Yeah, since then they've had a bit of a rivalry. with Suki after Suki beat Steve Freely in the in the Elite Series, sorry. And Suki even costed the Freely, I think it was Freely and the Ring Generals, their trio in the semi-finals of the tournament against the skirmish team. Suki distracted them. Suki, as you can probably tell, finally lost his international title after a year and 3 months to Satao at Honor 2022. He then won this cool idea I had, which is the Night of Kings Triple Threat Carnival. Basically, it was like 9 competitors each block, like A block, B block, C block. They had like triple threats to get through to it, and the main event was triple threat. Well, not main event, but like the co-main of Night Kings was triple threat between Suki, Yugaki, and Haranobu. This was post Blue Justice split, which Suki won, which then gave him a title match at Night of Warriors against Chojuro Katawaji, which didn't do as good as their Elite Series match, the 2022 or 2023 version, but it's fine. And he also made the Elite Tag Series final with Tenyu Chochosai, which was crazy, but he did lose in the finals to Murayama Yugaki. So a really like good year. Both of them had like good periods of this year. And a 97. I did not think that match would get a 97. A 97 is crazy. It was like a top like 7 match this year. A 97 is oh my days. Suki makes Steve really tap out with the Suki Special 3. And 97 is disgusting. Then after the match, Renegade Suki celebrates with Tenyu. They got the ramp. And Steve's there. He's like him and Danny are like they're tired. Obviously, it was like a 30-minute match where he just tapped out. He's sore. And then Renegade with him. Greg Cage goes to hug him. And then throws him to the Ring Generals who hit their finish on him. Everyone's watching. Ed Stone and Joshua Taylor start beating up Danny Kavanaugh in one corner. Ring Generals are beating up Steve Freely on the other corner. Greg Cage grabs a mic and says they're both gone. Kicked out of Renegade and Pride Glory Honor. So the former Glory Tag Crown champions have been kicked out. And then I forgot to read the build up, but as you can see, in 82, a much lower match. These two had a Pride Glory 2020 match for the Struggles Fan title, which Takano retained against Satao. But yeah, Satao, he had a good year beating Suki for the title, as we discussed. And, him and Hikichi climbing the ranks since joining Ultra, making a good decision. Have done really good for themselves. And then obviously Takano had that wave of momentum after the Elite Series and the Suki Night of Glory match. He realized that, he was going to progress. Had to be out of Guriga and he had to be away from Kobe. So him and him and Black Iron Corps formed Dawn Guard with the best young talent they had, which was those three, Masatoshi Kamamura, Shogo Amano, Muriki Miyake, and then James Diaz, Matt Blackburn, and Will Beaumont have joined recently. And yeah, Mountain Takano, 30 minutes, he wins his international title. He wins an international title. Style run ends. They have great chem. I thought the match would have done a bit better than that, but like it is what it is. For the co-main, we have tag champions Sato and Busho Makaguchi. They've had a crazy good run. It's really like restored the titles after like the Kavanaugh and Freely and Kokami silent runs weren't great. It's a year obviously. And Yugaki and Noriyama, they tread water after the Blue Justice died. They got their revenge on Renegade, beating Steve Freely in a one-on-one match with no interference. And they ended up winning the Elite Tag Series against Suki and Tenyu. A really good match. And then they had like a 90-something rated time limit draw in Night of Warriors 2022 in the co-main against the Town Humuchi. And like it hasn't been like a we hate you, we're gonna win it. It's very respectful between the two. Like the one match I had, I'm not sure. So like it's very respectful and they've like agreed that they should run it back and they decided that like Satao and Akichi they retain their titles to this point and let's do it on the big stage. And the match is a 99. Oh my days. That's like the best tag team match I've ever seen in my life. I've never had a tag team match in 99. 100 from Yugaki, a 99 from Satao Asedo, a 99 from Busho, and a 78 from Yoma. Grim was weak, but it's still a great match. In like 45 minutes, the longest match of the night. Probably going to be the best match of the night. Yushitaki tapped out Saito with a UP clutch. They win the Glory Crown for the second time in this save. Tag team specialist bonuses, chemistry bonuses. That's crazy. Like, it could have been a main event. A sold out Kansai Dome. Just watch the best ever tag team match in Pride Glory on history. I hope the main event lives up to that. Kozio was kicked out of his own group. He started Sona, and then he was kicked out of it 2 years later. Him and Kitawaji lost a Glory Tag Crown match at Planet Legacy 2022 to Makiguchi and Sato. And Kitawaji decided enough's enough, kicked out Kozio and Suzuki, turning Sona into his group Ultra. That led to Kawashima and Suzuki becoming a team, but until this night, like, they both agreed that this isn't going to be a long-term thing. It's just until we get our get back, which is tonight. He's taken on all the Elite Ultra members. From the Yuri Yoshiharas and the Shogun Watogas to Bison to Brute to Nobu to Satao. Now he finally gets his Kitawaji match. He's won the Elite Series against Jimbo in like a 93 rated match or something in the final. He finally gets a man that took everything from him. Kitawaji's side he's proving he's the GOAT. Like, he's trying to. Going for his 19th defense. This is the 2 year mark since he beat Kobe for the title back in 2021. He's been putting on great matches, and he wants to remain at the top. And he does. 30 after a Kawashima driver 2005, everyone thought it was game. They thought that the reign was over. Kozio, the ace of the company, he had his heel arc. Now he's back. He's a good guy. 2.999. Kawaji gets the shoulder up. Hiroshima can't believe it. He holds him up for another one. Kitawaji counters it into a Kitawaji lariat in the 19th defense. A second 99 rated match. I thought it would under deliver. Like, I didn't think it'd be as good as the Kitawaji Yugaki match from last year. But it gets a 99. 299 matches and a 97. Probably gonna get like 100 show rating, which is like disgustingly good. Such a good card. Both show Ultra brag about being on top. Like I said, these four respectful.